Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about integration. So now I will show you how to answer. Cosine x we can do about factorization. Next, we have the formula in here. Cosine 2a equal to 2 cosine a squared minus 1 equal to 1 minus 2 sine a squared. So in this situation, we change cosine x into this one. And cosine x we change by this one. So this one x that's about number 2 multiplied by s over 2. Similar for this one. So this one we change by this one. And this one we change by this one. One minus one they cancel. Next, we have the square root and number 2 we put outside. We know that the power from 0 to b over 2. This one is about positive for cosine of s over 2. So if we put this one outside, we have the absolute value cosine of s over 2. And this one, because this is about positive, so we can cancel about the absolute value in here. If we draw the value from 0 to b over 2 of cosine s over 2, they are always positive in this bounds in here. So that's why you got about cosine of s over 2 when we don't need to put the negative sign in here. Now, we will use about integration by substitution. So I will put about u equal to sine of s over 2. Du we have 1 over 2 cosine of s over 2 ds. Because we don't have 1 over 2 in here, so we multiply both sides by number 2. Next, we change the bounds. When s equals to number 0, so we put number 0 in here, so you got about u equal to number 0. So we put number 0 in this number in here. Sine of number 0, you got about 0. When s equal to b over 2, so we put b over 2 in here, you got about sine b over 4. Sine b over 4, that's about the square root of number 2 over 2. So we put this one go in here. This one we change u square. Cosine of s over 2 ds we change by 2 du. Next, we can use about integration by trigonometric substitution. So I will put about u equals to 1 over the square root of number 2. And we put about sine t. Du we have 1 over the square root of number 2. Cosine t dt. Next, we change the bounds. When u equals to numbers 0, So we put number 0 in here, and that means side t equal to number 0, and t should be about number 0 when u equals to the square root of number 2 over 2. So we put this one in here, and we simplify for the both sides, so side t equal to number 1. So t in here should be about b over 2. So this one you got about 0, this one you got about b over 2. And u, that's about this one. Du we change by this one. Now we need to simplify. This one is about 1 over 2 sine t square. Square root of number 2, square root of number 2, we cancel. This one, we have 1 minus sine t square. 1 minus sine t square, we got about cosine t square. This is about trigonometric substitution, trigonometric identity. So the square root of cosine t square, we change cosine t. Cosine t with cosine t, we have cosine t square. Next, cosine t square we change by cosine 2t plus 1 over 2. Number 2, they cancel. And this one, we have 1 over 2 sine 2t plus t, and we put the bounds from 0 to b over 2. And now we got the final answer for this one. So I will put b over 2 in here, and here, number 0 in here, and here. Now we got the final answer, and that is about b over 2. This is the end. Thank you for watching.